Welcome to IITN classes. Myself, Dr. Amandeep. So, in today's class, dear student, we are going to discuss quadratic equation, and that is fourth chapter of your NCERT book. So, let's beginning. So, let's have quadratic equation. So, as you know, the students, there are two words. One is quadratic and another one we have equation. So now let me discuss first. Equation means if we are equating something. For example, let's say you are equating x equal to 4. Means you are equating here x equal to 4. So this is our equation. Equation means we have two algebraic expression in which you are equating two expression. Now, if I say, let me write 8 by 4 equal to 2. Here also you can see we are equating two expression which only involves constants. Only constants. So if any algebraic expression which only involves constant, we do not call this as equation. So equation means it should have variable. Now, if you see, let's take, for example, let's take variable x, and let me say this is one algebraic expression. And if you want to equate this expression with another one, let's say it is 4. So now this is equation. So this is the very first equation, first example. So in this equation, you see we have variable x plus 2, that is constant, and 4 is again constant. Now, as you see, the title of today's topic is quadratic equation. So let's discuss what we mean by the quadratic word. So let me take the another page. Now you see, if let me write like two equation. The first one is same as we have previous, x plus 2 equal to 4. And let me take one more example. Example 2, let's say it is x square plus 2x equal to, let's say, negative 4. Now, as you can see, both are equations, but the difference is here the highest power of x is 1. So here, highest power of x is 1. But in the second example, if you see, in the first term, the power is 2, and in the second one, we have power of x is 1, and in the last term, the power of x is 0. So these are the powers. Now, if you see the highest power here, so highest power is 2. So if in any equation, the highest power is 2, we call that equation as quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Now, let me take the another example for the quadratic equation. So let's say, let me write few example here for the quadratic equation. Let's say the quadratic equation is 2x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Now you see this is also a quadratic equation because here the highest power of x is 2. And now we will compare this quadratic equation with the standard form. So now let's understand what is standard form of quadratic equation. So standard form of quadratic equation. So standard form is very simple, very easy. If you see, let me write very simple: a x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form of the quadratic equation. Since you see the highest exponent is 2, so we will call it as a quadratic equation. But the condition is, here you see we have written three variable, three constant a, b, c, and we will call these as a is coefficient of x square. This is coefficient of x square, and the second one we call it as a coefficient of x. So this is coefficient of x, and the last one, that is c, we call this as a constant. Now, as you see, I can always put one condition here. Since this is the quadratic equation, so I will always put one condition on A, that it can't be 0. So if it is 0, it means that equation will not be quadratic equation. So this is the one condition, and these all constant, they all are real numbers. They all are real numbers. Now let's have few example for the standard equation of the quadratic equation. So let's say, let me take two example. So my question is simply, if I write the equation, let's say 4, it is, let's say it is 4x square plus 3 times x plus 2 equal to 0. So now let me just put it as 2. It is looking z. So let me say it is 2. Okay. Now, if I compare this equation with the quadratic equation, which we have written already in the previous, it is this one. So let me take put c. It is c equal to 0. Now, if I say, what is the coefficients here? So let me say a is that is 4. And if I say what is B, we can say B is 3. And what is C? C is negative, positive 2. Alright. Now, if you take one more example, let's say one more example about quadratic equation, let's say 5x square negative 3x negative 9 equal to 0. Now, my simple question, if we compare with standard equation, so what will be our A? So A is 5 and B is simply it is negative 3 and C is negative 9. So this is the introduction for quadratic equation. Now in coming lectures, we will solve the exercise of NCERT book chapter 4, that is quadratic equation. So thank you for the time. Thank you